So, Caitlyn Clark is unbelievably good. She's unbelievably good. And Rebecca Lobo, in fairness to her, has been one of the bigger Caitlyn Clark fans. I know she is despised by because supposedly she has been completely accused of giving Aja Wilson a fourth place vote for MVP based on I don't know what. Supposedly she's been accused of that, being the one voter. I have no idea why, but you can definitely tell like she is on the money with what she is saying about Caitlyn Clark, and she's been the one person in the media who is almost not being afraid to. In fairness, people now are realizing, okay, she's unbelievable, but she was one of the very few people that were not afraid to praise Caitlyn Clark early. Cheryl Miller, in fairness, being another one. Before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're not going to hit 25k today, but if we can hit 24.9k and we're only 2 single subscribers off, we do that by the end of the day, that'd be absolutely incredible. But anyway, this is what Rebecca Lobo said about on NBA radio. This is what she said about Caitlyn Clark.
She's incredible. I think, Chelsea Gray over the course of the last few years has been the best point guard in the world and the best passer in the WNBA. I think right now Caitlyn is right there, if not passing her in terms of the passing. I think she is the best passer in the league right now. Her turnovers are always going to be a little bit high because of the chances she takes, especially with get-ahead passes. She's, looking to thread the needle, and oftentimes it makes her there, and sometimes it doesn't. But and what's remarkable too is she still hasn't found her three-point shot at the rate that she will, but has adjusted. She's taking less of the logo bombs. She's driving more and finishing, so she's getting her points that way, and her assisting has been off the charts. It's been really, really fun to watch.
She's on the money with that. She's absolutely, absolutely on the money when it comes to what she's saying about Caitlyn Clark. So, this is the one play where you're like, she's just different when it comes to the WNBA. And this is when it comes to, when people are talking about, her speed and her pace, it's not about how fast she is. And we've seen a lot of the change of pace. It is just the fact that it is the tempo that she plays at. It is the speed that she forces her team to play at. This right here. Look at Sabrina Ionescu here. So Sabrina, in fairness, Sabrina burns her on this play. And very, very quickly. So Sabrina, just like almost all players do in basketball, when you score a layup, Sabrina's kind of chilling. You can hear go, go, go from Caitlyn Clark. And so there's 6:47 seconds gone. Let's see how long it takes before Angel Reese puts the ball in the basket. There's literally 9 seconds. She went the full length of the court, including 2 hesitations, slow down, speed ups, in 9 seconds. And the ball went from being in the basket to in the other basket in 9 seconds. And this is not these are not NBA players. These are not players with the athleticism. This is not a player with the athleticism of men. And it is what it is. Anyone who wants to say otherwise, that there's no difference in athleticism, you're lying to yourselves. They obviously can't compete speed-wise with men. But this is ridiculous. The ball is in the basket. And 9 seconds after the ball goes through one rim, it has gone through the other rim. Sabrina, and I really like, by the way, I really, really like on this play, I do have to say, I really like what Angel Reese does here. So you can see what Angel Reese is calling for. And this is again, Angel Reese's IQ is super, super high. Her feel for the game is super high. You can see what Angel Reese is calling. She's basically calling, go, I got you. And what Angel Reese does is you can see Sabrina's already having to, because she's running from this position here, having to catch up with Caitlyn. She's already on the back foot trying to beat Caitlyn to a spot. And she beats Caitlyn to a spot. Then she has to turn when Caitlyn Clark turns. And Angel Reese sets the drag screen. There's no connect there at all. But it's still harder for Sabrina Ionescu because she can't run straight through. She's now out of position. Breanna Steward, who I don't know who the hell Breanna Stewart's meant to be guarding, by the way. She's guarding the trailer. She's guarding John Quell. So she's caught in 2 minds whether to go for a shooter. And suddenly Caitlyn Clark's there to the basket. Brittany Griner helps in. And this pass is so much harder than it looks. Look at that. That pass is so much harder than it looks. That is a moving. Her whole body's moving towards the baseline. She goes a wraparound spin pass. Like, she makes what are unbelievably tough passes look easy. Like, that is such a tough pass. Like, that is a pass where, look at that. Look at where that pass is going. If she doesn't put spin on, look, if she tries to throw the pass straight to Angel Reese, she hits Brittany Griner. If she does not put spin on that pass, the ball goes here, and Angel Reese has to step out to get it, allowing Breanna Steward to recover. She spins the ball, and it bounces directly into Angel Reese's hands and goes in. She plays the sport at another level. And Rebecca Lobo's on the money. And I think that it's like, you have to, when you're talking about Caitlyn Clark's passing, there's no, like, even people being like, oh yeah, Chelsea Gray was the best passer for years. There's levels to it. You can't compare. You cannot compare Caitlyn Clark's passing to anyone in the history of WNBA. Look, Chelsea Gray was a great passer. Sue Bird was an unbelievable passer. Her passing is more similar to a Magic Johnson. Her full court passing is like Magic, with the pick and roll passing of a Steve Nash. We've never, like, she will go down. Look, if she gets the 3-point shot, great. If she gets the 3-point shot going at a 36% rate from deep, the fact that she's still a threat from deep means people will not leave her open. They will not leave her open because she still shoots at a 33% rate. Look, nobody really shoots above 50% in the WNBA. If she can get that, she's going to shoot a wide open bomb from 30 off the dribble. If you don't pressure up on her, she'll shoot that at a much higher rate than 33%, which is greater than 50% from 2 as far as effective field goal percentage. So you have to guard her out there. She will shoot that above 33%. So she is a near impossibility to guard. And you could even hear again with Natasha Cloud, the reason why. Natasha Cloud's genuinely like, well, she's willing to sacrifice herself for her team to go and win. And that's another one of the biggest things about Caitlyn Clark is that she is fully willing. She does not care if she scores 40. If she scores 40 a game and they lose, or she scores 20 a game and gets 10 assists and is responsible for 40 points and they win, I don't think she cares. At the end of the day, I absolutely do not think she cares whatsoever about how many points she scores. She just cares about winning. And you can hear, like, obviously Rebecca Lobo talking about her passing. She's talking about the degree of difficulty passing the throw-aheads. But just everything about her passing. It's not even, as I've always said, like, she sees things before they happen. She is an NBA level floor general in the WNBA. And no offense to WNBA players, as far as the sharpness needed, the quick thinking needed, and the amount, it's a lot higher in the NBA because you have less time on the ball. Unless you are a Jokic or a Luka who can play the game at your own pace, you realistically have less time to make decisions, and your brain has to compute more decisions, a lot more decisions per second than the WNBA. She has the sharpness and like just the mental, like the feel for the game of an elite NBA point guard. And that's scary. That is scary. Like, Rebecca Lobo is on the money, and I've said it so many times. If the Fever can find the right teammates around her, they are going to win so many rings. You've already got Leah Boston. All you have to do is find 3 players with high motors that can shoot, and you are going to win a championship. I don't know who they are. You just need to find them somewhere. That's your job as a GM.